Shalom, call hello, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh, Shabbat, Hashim, call Dash, double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of great millstone, even the elders that came before them, and taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, the whole tabernacle of David. I'm the elder Yahshua, back with the WW3 Daily update. After a long ass day and I'm tired. What happened last week was the coup was thwarted, the regime change. They stood it down. The Iranian people stood it down. They stopped the terrorists. They stopped Elon Musk and Starlink, whatever the fuck it is. Right, that whole attack. And then what really happened? See, after the coup, they were going to do a strike. If the coup was unsuccessful, they were going to do a strike, but they weren't able to do the strike. Why? Because the Arab countries would not allow their airspace to be used to attack Iran. Okay, which goes in the Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, around about I believe it's 30. But the point being made is that because they weren't allowed to use the airspace, they said, well, fuck you then. We're going to do the strike anyway. It's just going to take a week longer because we're going to send a carrier around the back way. And that'll enable us to do the strike anyway, since we can't use your damn airspace. That's what's been going on for the last week. So today, when we look at this 9 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 10 hours ago, this is telling you what has happened since last week. They weren't able to make the strike because no one would allow the U.S. to use their airspace to attack Iran. All right? None of the Arab countries would allow the U.S. or Israel to attack Iran by using their airspace. Why? Because they're the next target. That's easy. So anyway, as a result of being thwarted last week, they said, we'll send a carrier around the back way. It's going to take a week. Well, guess what? That week has expired. So I typed this in. Which U.S. carrier is heading toward the Middle East now? What I'm looking for is dates. 6 days ago. That's too far back. Because it started a week ago. Right? 1 day ago, Trump's nuclear warship to attack what? Iran in 40. USS Abraham Lincoln switches off tracking going to, why? Because they got in position to launch this attack. Now they have air. They didn't have air support because they couldn't use, none of the Arab countries couldn't use their airspace. Why? Right? 1 day, 6 days. Where's the hours at? Because I'm going to go to Ezekiel. What? Is that why? Damn, I forgot what I was going to do. So anyway, let me find a recent one here. Lord willing, I'll remember. Oh, I know why. I know why. Second Ezra 15. Secret message revealed. 6. This is Hindustan. I think it's one India. Either it's Hindustan or one India that doesn't use. They use captions and they don't speak. So let me see which one it is. Let's go to Hindustan. This is let's see. Okay, so
respond to any threat that challenges.
All right, so I guess there's a little forward on there, so let's scroll up. Here we go.
The chief commander of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps has issued a stern warning, raising tensions and reigniting fears of a potential new conflict involving the United States and Israel. Major General Mohammad Pakpour declared on state-run Press TV that Iran's forces remain on high alert, with their hands firmly on the trigger.
Why are we right here? What happened last week in Iran? Well, there was a coup attempt. There was a regime change attempt. So what happened for this whole last week? Why did everything just suddenly go quiet? But right now, we're talking about right now, what happened last week? Something had to be happening last week for us to be right here this weekend. Suddenly, Iran is about to be attacked by the United States out of nowhere. Why? Shouldn't we know? Shouldn't this have been going on for the last week? What happened was the U.S. was not allowed to use that airspace, so they couldn't attack when they had planned. They were not expecting to be rebuffed. That fucked them all the way up. And that's the most high. That's Yahweh Shemiah Shai throwing a wrench in Esau's plan, knowing that he hath but a short time. Anyway, you can see what's going on. All right. Anyway, they went around the back way. That's what they're trying to say here without saying it. Let's play a little more.
Ready to respond to any threat that challenges the nation's sovereignty. The IRGC chief commander said, "We warn the criminal, evil, and anti-human enemies, particularly the United States and the fake and racist Zionist regime, to learn from history."
The fake and racist Zionist. Why did they say that? Okay. I'm going to end it right here. I'm just going to end it. This is what this whole thing is about. Oh, it doesn't come up, huh? I don't have my phone. I wanted to pull up. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. This is what I'm looking for. Controversy of Zion. Where's the hub at? Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for what? The controversy of Zion. That's what this whole thing is about. So who is Zion? Tell you who Zion is not. What did he just say? The Zionist, right? Fake. He said fake and Zionist in the same way.
Fake and racist Zionist.
Wait. What is he saying? What is this? What is all of this about? All of this is about the controversy of Zion. Where'd it go? Okay. We can go right here. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. What's going on right now? Joel 3. It's the controversy. All of this, there's a reason why all of this is going on. Joel 3 and 2 in the NLT. I will gather the armies of the world. So he doesn't say that anywhere else. I will gather all nations and bring them. I will also gather all nations and bring them to right here. I will gather who? Everybody who's going to the Middle East. Armies for World War III. See that? The controversy of Zion. If we keep reading, it goes into what? The controversy of Zion. Why are you doing this? And will plead with them there for my people. Why? For my heritage, whom they have scattered among all nations and parted my land. Have cast lots for my people and given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may. This is the controversy of Zion. Okay? And then it goes into who did what and how I'm going to get you back. Right? This is why. Pay you back for everything you have done. Okay? That's what's going on. So who is Zion? I'll tell you who it's not. Or I'll let him tell you who it's not. Not the people calling themselves the Zionists.
The United States and the fake and racist Zionist regime.
Here's who Zion is right here. Here's who Zion is. Right here. They Joel 3 and 3 in the NLT. They threw dice to decide which of my people will be their what? Slaves. Who's that? When you hear the word slaves, who do you think of? The American Negro. That's who Zion is. Native American. The Latinos, the Native Americans, and the Negroes. Okay, that's the controversy of Zion. What happened to them? That's the controversy of Zion. Okay, that genocide that you're trying to complete right now, while you're committing a bunch of other genocides, one you didn't finish. You're trying to complete it right now. Against who? That's the controversy of Zion. True Zion, not the Zionists. That's a head fake. Anyway, Salakia for going off, but that's what this whole thing is about. All right, those missiles are on their way. Understand, okay? As soon as they go into Iraq, which they're trying to do right now through the back door and an aircraft carrier. That's what this is about. Right now, this weekend, they're trying to attack Iran because they couldn't do it last week because no air superiority. They were not allowed to, do what they thought they were able to do. So now they have to do it the hard way and they're going to fail. Salakia. Now I'm going to end it right here. I was going to go to 2nd Ezra 15, but we'll do that on a different day. We'll do that tomorrow, Lord willing. With that, we hope the elect will edify your brother and sisters. Shalom.